Hey everybody, welcome to Chiyo, the land of superheroes. You know, it struck me, I've been giving you this weekend telethon tour of Chiyo for more than 30 years now, and every year we meet the most amazing people, patients, parents, staff, volunteers. Every year they provide us with amazing stories. This year, I promise you, it will be no different. Let the tour begin.
Live from the EY Center in Ottawa, welcome to the 2019 Cheo Telethon on CTV.
Someone to understand, waiting for someone to lend a hand, and you know we can reach out, speak out, and show them who we are.
Good afternoon and welcome to the 35th edition of the Cheo Telethon here on CTV. It is happening on what is possibly the most beautiful day of the year outside, but this is what we consider to be the very best day of the year, each and every year, when this entire community comes together to support the hospital that we love. We have an exciting 6 hours ahead for you. We're going to wrap up tonight at 7 o'clock. I have some great guests with here right now. Kevin Cohan, the president of the Cheo Foundation, is here. You love this day.
I absolutely love this day. Best day of the year, and today we're going to have a great day. The weather is great outside, but what's going on inside's even better.
And as good as you look today, you don't hold a candle to the guest on the right side of me, Katie Morrow, who's here. You've got the sparkles on, you've got your hair in the French braid, you're ready to go for your very first telethon.
Yeah.
Yeah, are you excited to be here?
Yep.
So we're going to talk to you a little bit about all your time at Chiyo and your experiences as an oncology patient, and you got a chance to ring the bell recently. We're very excited about that. So we're going to talk to you in just a little bit, all right? But this is your chance to get involved. You've maybe been following along online. This is your chance to call. If you are inside on this gorgeous day, you want to give us a call. 613-738-1450, the number to call. And we have back with us, by very popular demand this year, he had a little issue with illness last year. We missed him so much, but JJ Clark is back manning the phone booth. Woo. We are so excited to have JJ with us, and Jay, you've got a couple of pretty cool guests with you as well.
Thank you. I do, as a matter of fact, and it is wonderful to be here, especially with my pals. We have Annette Gerner and, of course, Jeff Hopper, CTV Morning Live, and it's just pretty spectacular that we're here once again on such a wonderful day.
I am thrilled to be back again for the Cheo Telethon. I have 2 little girls at home, so I know how important it is that we fundraise for our local hospital. It is just the most crucial thing we could do in our community.
Yeah. And today is the day of pure country and pure joy.
Yeah, it is. It's an automatic yes whenever I get asked to be a part of this. Obviously, JJ, we're so happy to have you back, and we're hoping that you make those phone calls. That's our job today.
Yeah.
And you do it so well. And they work cheap. That's why they're back.
We are joined by some students from Immaculata High School to get things kick-started this afternoon with our very first check presentation. Robin, good afternoon. Let's chat about what the students did at Immaculata to raise the money for Chiyo this year.
Yeah, well, we had Miss Budgell's hospitality class making Chiyo Bear cookies, and we sold them at lunch. We also had popcorn sales after school, and we had a dress down day this past Wednesday. Everyone gave $2 to dress down, and that raised the money.
That must have been a ton of fun.
Oh, it was, yeah.
Okay, so we are now ready for you to flip over this check and show us how much you've raised.
All right, yes. This is...
Woo-hoo! Yes! $1,644.14 for Chiyo, courtesy of Immaculata High School. Thank you so much.
This portion of the Cheo Telethon is brought to you in part by the EY Center.
All right, we are off and running a good start here on the 35th edition of the Cheo Telethon. Kevin Cohan, the president of the Cheo Foundation, one of my guests. Katie Morrow is here as well, and it was a few years ago, right, when you started feeling some pain and your family was wondering what that was, and it turned out the diagnosis was not very good, that you had cancer, right?
Yes.
Yeah, do you remember that whole time?
Not really.
No.
But
It was a tough time though, right?
Yeah.
And then you had a lot of treatments for a couple of years, but then you had a very exciting experience that every family looks forward to. When those treatments are over, what do you get to do?
You get to ring your bell.
And what does that mean?
The end of the treatment.
Do you remember how you felt that day? Were you 8 years old when you got to ring the bell?
Yeah.
Yeah. And how were you feeling on that day?
I was super excited that I was finally done all my treatment.
And now life's pretty good. You play hockey in the winter. You play baseball in the spring.
Yeah.
You'd probably like to be outside playing some kind of game right now, right? On
Yeah.
this beautiful day. All right, good. We're going to talk to you a little bit more about what you like to do when you're at home in Petawawa, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, in just a little bit. It is an entire community, not just Ottawa, that supports this hospital, Kevin. And every year, amazed by the numbers and the overwhelming generosity, and it just seems to continue to build and build in this community.
Yeah, and I mean, I think Katie's a perfect example, right? Comes from Petawawa, very representative of the population that Cheo serves, and we are really well supported by communities across the entire region. But today really is such an important day. I mean, you're going to get to meet more of these amazing kids. You're going to get to meet some of the staff who care for them. We're going to get to see some of the people that have organized events for us, the workplaces, the corporations that do the at the cash donation campaigns. It's everybody coming together. We're going to celebrate all that today. The only part that's missing is we need people to call in. And since if you're watching right now and on such a beautiful day, now's the time to call, because we know we're going to have people later today who are going to come in late and they're going to make the volumes on these phones really high. So if you can help us out by phoning right now, please do it. You'll be glad you did.
And you support the hospital and you support the families of people like Katie who are here, who come in to share their stories, and those stories that we'll be showing you through the course of the afternoon, where people take us into their lives and into their homes and really share some of the most intimate and difficult struggles. And we want to let them know that we're thinking of them by calling in those donations. Again, 613-738-1450. And Tricia Owens, I think, is standing by with some people who have already been working to contribute to Cheo. Tricia.
Patricia, the group from Casco certainly has. This is their 20th year participating in the Cheo Telethon. And Michaela, you're going to tell us all about the wonderful things you did to raise this money this year.
So Casco is a student-led charity organization based out of Telfair at the University of Ottawa. So throughout the year, we hold different events such as a golf tournament, a volleyball tournament, some trivia nights. And at the end of the year, we have our big, our annual gala. So this year's November 25th at the Infinity Centre, where the Cheo Foundation comes out and we throw a big soiree in celebration of everything that we've done all year and present our check to the Cheo Foundation.
I mean, just so incredible, and the smiles on all of your faces says it all, and we're going to get to the number in just a minute, but obviously this is something you look forward to year after year, 20 years of doing this.
Yeah, absolutely. It's really incredible for us. We were actually founded in memory of a friend who passed, whose name was Eric, 20 years ago, so it's really inspiring to us to see the impact that can come from one life.
Most definitely, and it's amazing what can happen when you all come together and work toward the same cause, right? Okay, we are ready, Michaela. Flip that check over. Tell us how much money you've raised.
$71,002.
That is incredible. You must be feeling pretty good.
Very proud.
You should. Congratulations, and thank you so much for your contribution. We're going to send things over to Annette at the phone banks.
Thank you very much, Tricia. And I'm standing by with Minister McLeod, who is a major supporter of Cheo. She is back again this year for the telethon. And it's so nice to see you here again, Minister McLeod. And let's talk a little bit about something that's a great opportunity for kids in this city. And that is a new building for kids with mental health issues that you are championing. Tell us a little bit more about this.
Well, let me tell you, as a mother who's had to use Cheo, as somebody who's been here for 13 straight years, it is amazing to be the Minister of Children and Youth so that I can actually invest in a new building for our city. We're both turning 45 this year, Cheo and I. They look a little bit better and younger than me, but we're hoping that we can bring one door for care, so children that need physiotherapy, mental health supports, autism supports, and preschool with the CTC can all be in one door, and I think that's going to be really exciting for us as a government, as a city, and me as a parent.
That is amazing, Minister McLeod. Thank you very much. Jeff, over to you.
Thank you, Annette. I just want to, because if you're thinking about calling right now, the number is 613-738-1450. I just want to point this out to all of our younger viewers. That's a landline, and you're going to call this, okay? You're going to dial that number and make a donation, and all of these people here know how to use these things, and they're going to answer them. It is working, so we're waiting for your phone call. That's the important thing we're doing today. You can be a part of this. You're seeing check presentations. You're seeing those numbers revealed. But today is all about your phone calls and donations, and we hope you'll join in and support Cheo. Tricia?
Jeff, thank you very much. And we are joined now by the Nkb Swim Team, a couple of members of that team who are going to present 2 checks for us this afternoon. Logan, before we get to the numbers, let's chat about how you were able to raise the money for Chiyo.
So when I was born with a pneumothorax, which is a collapsed lung. And I just wanted to thank all the doctors and nurses that were there that helped me. And in lieu of gifts, I asked for donations to Chiyo.
That is fantastic. Wow, how wonderful. And I have a feeling that a lot of people donated.
Yeah.
Are you pretty happy with the check that you're going to present to us today?
Yeah, I'm really happy.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see the first check. Okay, you ready to flip it over?
Yeah.
Okay, we're all set. Okay, ready? There we go. Awesome. $15,000. That's amazing. Okay, and Logan, we have another check that we're also going to show now. How was the money raised for this?
The money was raised by my swim club, Nkb Swim Team, which is a great club.
It definitely is a great club, and we want to see how much money you were able to raise. You want to flip that check over for us? An additional $2,500. Wow, you guys, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Patricia will send things over to you.
Excellent, love that. And a polite crowd over there, too. Very nice. All right. We talked about how wonderful the weather is out there. It's going to be a theme through the afternoon. We had another day that was really gorgeous this year. It was about a month ago now, Kevin. CN cycle for Chiyo. Oh my goodness.
Sunday,
Everyone
May
wanted
5th.
to be out biking. May 5th, that's right. It doesn't always work out that way, but the event is so popular and so well supported. That's another day when you really feel the community coming together, right?
The community really came together. We'll see that check presented later this afternoon when people from CN are here. But Katie was part of it. And again, you see kids who are patients at Chiyo, like Katie, like Logan, who we just saw. Hopefully that inspires people in the community to know, obviously we can't be relying on kids to be providing our funding. We need to have the adults joining in with them and supporting them, and that's what today's all about.
Absolutely. And 2 years ago, Katie was part of the dream team for the CN cycle for Chiyo. I seem to recall the weather was not so good that day. Do you remember what it was like?
It's really rainy.
It was really rainy. It was cold, but you still
Yeah.
ended up having a really fun day, right?
Yeah.
And what was cool about that day for you? Do you remember?
Seeing a bunch of people there to support cancer.
And a lot of bikes, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people getting on their bikes, and a lot of people who had family members, maybe like your family, where someone was touched by cancer, and then they want to get out and do
Yeah.
something and give back, right?
Yeah.
And there were a lot of kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's always a lot of kids at this event every year. The weather was perfect this year. We have so many events through the year, all donating to so many different departments at Chiyo. We're going to go to Michael O'Byrne in just a second to take us on a tour through there. There are so many stories, Kevin, so many areas of that hospital where these donations that come in, particularly on this day, are put to such good use.
Right. Community support makes a difference across the entire hospital. So whether it's helping us to purchase new equipment, whether it's helping us to fund some of the patient and family support programs, whether it's funding research, when the community comes and makes money available, Chiyo is able to provide care so that kids like Katie can go through the struggles that she went through and be here today with her grandpa coming down from Petawawa and smiling and looking as beautiful as she is. So let's all get together and let's make sure there's more Katie stories out there in the community next year.
Yeah, absolutely. And Michael O'Byrne, right off the top there, promised to take us to some interesting places inside Chiyo. We're going to go back to Michael now to see just what he found.
This is a part of Chiyo I've never been in before. It is the Chiyo Bear Fitness Center. Why am I here? You're about to find out because I need a break. Thank you, Ben. I'm here with a couple of staff members, Clark and Nick. Now, you guys have checks that we're going to reveal in just a couple of minutes, but tell us first why it was important for staff to give back. And we're talking about 2 different areas of the hospital here. So what are you focusing on and what is your group doing?
So this is from Staff Forum. It's the social committee of the hospital where we plan and organize fun activities for the employees while at work and sometimes after work. And during the month of May, we did an initiative to encourage staff to donate through this miracle match that we're focusing on. And so we are very happy with this campaign, and we're proud of it.
Miracle matches are absolutely fabulous and raise a lot of money for Chiyo. We're not going to turn that over just yet. Clark, your group.
Well, I run the Chiyo Bear Fitness Center here, and what we do is we offer a affordable gym for staff and for physicians, family. Sometimes it basically just staff, and it's cheap way to work out and get fit. Yeah.
Can you help me lose a few pounds? Absolutely. You saying I have to?
Yeah,
something called keto. Why is it important for staff to give back to the hospital that they love so much?
Well, everyone's affected by Chiyo. You know, we all have families here. Some are new families. Some, like myself, are established, and I've been here several times. You know, and that's what it's all about. You know.
How about you, Nick? Same question.
Can you repeat it?
Why is it important to give back?
Well, the hospital means a lot to a lot of people, and if the foundation can't help Chiyo, then patients will suffer, and the patient is who come first here at Chiyo, and it's very important that we can have money for equipment, for supplies. So it's for the patients really, and so I'm a proud supporter, and I hope others will do the same.
Okay, if we had a drum, we'd do a roll right now, but we don't. So let's flip over the checks and see what we have. $5,000 from the Chiyo Staff Forum, part of the Miracle Match. And Clark, $10,000 from the Chiyo Bear Fitness. That's a total of a $15,000 Miracle Match. Thank you guys so much, and thanks for all you do here at Chiyo. Thanks, everybody. We'll be back.
Yeah, we couldn't do what we do without wonderful partners. Thank you, Mr. O'Byrne. Neil and Nolan are with us from DQ. DQ has been doing something different for years, and something really different and great for Chiyo. 1994 partnership began, been going strong ever since.
It's been a fantastic partnership, and we're very proud to be partners with Chiyo.
Yeah, it's a great day, great day. The sun is shining brightly, and this miracle match that you're going to do right now is for, why don't we flip the check over and show everybody? This is good. $5,000 miracle match, DQ, dilly bar time. All right.
For sure.
Thank you, guys. All right, let's start the clock and get her going here and do our very first miracle match. 2 minutes and 55 seconds to phone in. And in case you are new to this program, and we hope you are, I hope we have lots of new people tuning in. First hour to Telethon. Here's how it works. Dairy Queen loves the Children's Hospital of Eastern Ontario. Love Chiyo. So here's what Dairy Queen is doing right now. They are matching your donation for the next 2 minutes and 25 seconds. That's the deal on the clock. So that's what that's all about. And this deal is on, obviously, for 2 minutes and 20 seconds. The clock will count down until it gets to 0. Anytime before then, if you take a notion for a real sweet deal on a treat from DQ, you can get this miracle match done pronto. So that's how it works. $10 becomes $20. You want to give $25? Thank you so much. It becomes $50 for the Children's Hospital of Eastern Ontario. It's what we call a miracle match. DQ has a miracle treat day too every year. Here's the great thing about Miracle Treat Day and the miracle match. It's all DQ, and it's all because DQ cares. And hey, what kid doesn't like going to the Dairy Queen and getting a dilly bar? You know who loves dilly bars? The crew here. The guys back in audio, they're on dilly bar number 3. This telethon isn't a half an hour old. But we're so glad you're participating and calling us. 613-738-1450. 1-888-738-1450. Hashtag hero for Chiyo. I love that hashtag. Hero for Chiyo. Give us a call. Match time. A $5,000 miracle match, and Dairy Queen is doing it for the children of Eastern Ontario and Western Quebec. Those miracle matches are fabulous. We're having a great time doing this. Those Miracle Treat Days are great too. It is a spectacular Sunday afternoon in Eastern Ontario and Western Quebec. And we're glad you're having a great day, and we're glad you're here and enjoying the spectacular weather. Take a moment, put on a little more sunscreen. Before you do that, call us. Otherwise, the phone gets pretty messy. So call us and make a donation and an investment like Dairy Queen has for the Children's Hospital of Eastern Ontario, believing that this is the best hospital in the whole darn world. It's for our kids. We thank you so much. Merci beaucoup. Lots of support. It's pretty spectacular. We all get together on a special Sunday afternoon and raise some money. Thank you, DQ, for making a real miracle happen right here this afternoon. Trish.
JJ, we have some members behind the Greek Olympics, which is a fantastic event that has been taking place for over 20 years in benefit of Chiyo. Moro, let's talk about what the Greek Olympics are all about. Who gets involved in this?
For sure. So it's a group effort between all the sororities and fraternities, both Carleton as well as the University of Ottawa. We come together for a weekend of fun, compete in some sports activities, and then also at the same time raise some money via bottle drive and also different entry fee for events that we throw throughout the weekend.
Okay, so it's really great then year after year to see so many people coming out and taking part in this, eh, Corey?
Yeah, absolutely. The Greek community really comes together, and the competitive atmosphere of everything really draws that fundraising for sure.
And I love that we can have some fun and raise money for a very important cause. So let's see this check, because this is amazing. How much you got there?
$20,000.
Congratulations, you guys, and thank you so much. Patricia.
All right. Awesome. Thank you, Tricia. We all started thinking about Dairy Queen there during that miracle match. Katie, if you were going to Dairy Queen right now, what would you be getting?
A blizzard.
A blizzard, yes. I love the blizzards. What kind is your favorite?
Turtles.
Okay, turtles. We have to agree to disagree on that because I love the Oreo cookie blizzard. So good. Maybe we'll see if we can get one of those when we're off the set. What about you, Kevin?
I would go with that. The blizzard turtle sounds good.
Yeah, sounds
Katie and
pretty
I
good.
are like that.
Katie and her family had to, of course, drive in when she was undergoing treatment for cancer. It was a long drive in from Petawawa, and then sometimes you'd have to stay overnight, and when your treatments were in kind of a regular pattern, where did you stay when you were in Ottawa?
I would stay at the Ronald McDonald House.
Yeah, and how was that?
It was fun.
Did you meet other kids there?
Yeah.
Yeah. And were there a lot of people that, because I know your mom and dad were with you most of the time, stayed overnight, but they couldn't be with you every second. Were there a lot of people from the hospital that kind of worked to make your experience a little bit better?
Yeah.
Yeah. And one guy in particular?
Jeff.
Jeff. Tell me about Jeff.
He's a volunteer. We're like best friends. I love Lego, and he would always have Lego sets for me. He's like a jokester.
Nice. And you're a jokester too, I think, a little bit, eh? So you and Jeff connected. That's awesome. Child life is something we talk about at Chiyo. It's a unique situation. This is not an adult hospital. These are kids and their families. And other than the actual disease or situation that they're battling, you need to make sure the rest of the picture is taken care of. And that's where some of these donations go, to make sure that child life specialists are hired.
Right. Just before I even go to that, though, can you imagine being Jeff, and I'll give him a shout out, as Jeff Hochsttter, having a little girl like Katie describe him as being your best friend, and you're a volunteer at Chiyo, working with our oncology patients each and every week, playing with amazing kids like this. Shout out to Jeff. He's also been part of an event called Telethon that raised more than $1 million for Chiyo. He's been a longtime volunteer at our Teddy Bears picnic. Jeff, shout out to you. I can't think of a greater compliment to get than to get that from Katie.
Absolutely love that. Big shout out to Jeff. And we're going to send it over to Annette right now at the phones.
Thank you so much, Patricia. And I'm joined now by Eric Sears, who is this year's Chiyo champion. Tell me about being that.
So I was chosen to be the 2019 Chiyo champion. As a 2019 Chiyo champion, I represent the over 500,000 sick and injured children that Chiyo helps every year.
Wow. Tell me about your experience with Chiyo.
So I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes when I was 8 years old. Chiyo, they've helped me every step of the way. They've helped me when I was first diagnosed and really, really scared. They explained everything in a way that I'd understand. And the diabetic team at Chiyo, they're just amazing. So fantastic. They ask me how I am personally and medically, and when I show up to my checkups, I get high fives and hugs. They're just awesome.
And here you are today now volunteering your time for the first time, and I'm sure probably not the last. You'll be back again.
Yes, I for sure will be back again.
Terrific, Eric. Thank you so much. Give Eric a call. Jeff, over to you.
Thank you, Annette. We have beside me Eli Tennis from the Conservative Party of Canada in Ottawa South is a spot that obviously Chiyo is a part of, and it's a no-brainer to be here today, right?
Yeah, it's very special to my heart, Chiyo Hospital. 26 years ago, my wife gave birth to triplets at the Ottawa General Hospital, and they were transferred to the Chiyo ICU unit and spent a week to 2 weeks there. And thanks to Chiyo and their great team of doctors and nurses, they all came out healthy. And thank you.
And when you put the life of your child in someone else's hands, that's when you understand the miracle that happens there every single day. And we're asking you to be a small part of that miracle. 613-738-1450. Really quickly, I know that you weren't above guilting family members into making a donation. Did you already take a $500 donation?
From my brother, Theo Tennis. Thanks, bro.
Very good. Let's check in with Trisha Owens.
Jeff, thank you very much. Simon Robert and family are here representing NAV Canada, and we want to talk about the amazing campaign for Chiyo this year. What did you guys do?
Thanks, Trish. I'm here with my wife, Celeste, my sons, Jeremy and Edek. And NAV Canada has a long history of supporting Chiyo. We are conducting an annual, for the last 5 years, we've been conducting an annual workplace campaign in support of Chiyo's mission of providing some of the best health care to the children of Eastern Ontario. And that was the charity of choice from our employees in the National Capital Region. And the funds that we've raised from these campaigns have been able to contribute to many initiatives. We've contributed to getting a new MRI machine.
Amazing.
And also recently we've been focusing a lot on supporting mental health programs.
Well, fantastic, and we're now very excited to see the check that you brought for us. So if you guys want to turn that over, show everyone how much money you were able to raise. Incredible, $125,000 for Chiyo from NAV Canada. Thank you so much. Patricia.
All right, that is so great. We love seeing those big numbers.
Great.
Love the talk about family too, donation coming in from a sibling. It's amazing how families come together when something affects one member of the family. It really affects everyone, right? And you have a couple of, you have a big sister and a big brother, right?
Yeah.
Tell me what their names are.
My older sister's name is Megan, and then my brother's name is Ethan.
So when you were sick, how were they? Were they pretty good with you?
Yeah.
Yeah, what did they do?
They would play with me and talk to me all the time.
And your parents were driving them into sometimes to visit you and hang out with you at the hospital?
Yeah.
Yeah. Does it help you to feel like you're not alone when you have a brother and sister that are with you for that stuff?
Yeah. It makes me feel like I'm at home.
And now that you're healthy, do they just bug you all the time, or are they still nice? Sort of. Yeah, because that's
what siblings do.
Yeah, that's what siblings do. It's a special kind of love, for sure. We love that. It really does affect the whole family. And Kevin, oncology in particular, we're really learning about the effects mentally on not just the patient, the parents, the siblings. There's a need for counseling. There's a need to talk through what you're going through, and there are dollars that are going towards that specifically in the oncology unit.
Right. So again, thanks to our community of donors, we have, as part of our oncology well-being program, we have a oncology psychologist who deals directly with kids, specifically in our oncology department, both the kids and their siblings, because you can only imagine what they're going through, the thoughts that go through their heads, and for somebody to be able to take the time with them and answer questions, and also just to make sure that they're getting through this, not just physically, but emotionally as well. It's really important. Again, 100% donor funded. That's what the community does. That's the type of difference the community makes when they donate to Chiyo.
That is where your dollars are going to programs and equipment like that makes such a difference. As we go back to the phones now with Annette, and we want to hear those phones ringing.
Thank you very much, Patricia. I'm in the gaming zone now here at the Telethon, and this is pretty cool. Joined by Jerry. Tell me what this is all about.
Yeah, so we're here today on the set of the Telethon, actually playing a bunch of couch gaming. We're fundraising for Extra Life, which is a yearly gaming marathon that helps raise money for Chiyo. Our main day is in November, but this is sort of our little kickoff thing. So we're actually live streaming this on our own as well. And we're just playing a bunch of games on the couch with people here and at the Telethon all day.
So can people get involved in this?
Absolutely. If people want to, anyone who's here on the set is welcome to come over and join us in our area here and just sit down and play games with us. And on our live stream, there's actually a link to our Extra Life donation page where people can donate, and all of their funds go directly to Chiyo.
All another great way to raise money for Chiyo, and you guys are doing it while having a great time, aren't you?
Absolutely, yeah. It's great to be able to take a hobby of gaming that we love so much and do some awesome stuff with it. So
I love it. Jerry, thank you so much. We'll turn it back over to Jeff at the phones.
Thank you very much, Jeanette. All right, we're out here in the lobby as Punching with Purpose has just begun with Phoenix Boxing Club, and Bella Anderson is here. Now, last year, a ton of punches were thrown. Tell me about this challenge as people are watching in the background.
Something we have done this is the 7th year, so we have 60 boxers coming together from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. and throwing a total of 2,000 punches each. Wow. And some of them have up to 3,000 punches, so a total of 120,000 punches.
You're a very inclusive club. Any shape, any size, no matter if you're in great shape or you just want to get there, you can join up and help out?
Anyone who has boxed with us, you have to get some training. We train for specific training for 6 weeks before this, yes.
But if someone's watching this doesn't say, it doesn't sound that hard, it is, right?
It is very hard. It's a good workout.
Just to give you an idea, last year you guys threw somewhere in the neighborhood of 100,000 punches.
100,000 punches, yes. 60 people.
Well, thank you so much for doing this. If you want to support them, you know what to do. The number is on the screen. Let's check in with Trisha Owens.
Jeff, thank you so much. We're joined now by some students from Glebe Collegiate. For the past 9 years, they've been raising money for Chiyo. Katie, tell us how you do it. What did you do this year?
So each year we go around to the surrounding neighborhoods. Glebe students will volunteer. We had approximately 400 students sign up this year.
That's incredible.
Yeah, to go around the surrounding neighborhoods and ask for donations door to door.
Wow, that is amazing. So, and you get pretty good response when you're out there and you're canvassing for Chiyo?
Yeah, for sure. It's an event that happens each year, so the neighborhoods are quite used to us by now, and we have lots of fun going door to door and asking for donations.
Yeah, they probably look forward to seeing you, so this is amazing. And with smiles like this, I can't say I blame them. Okay, we're ready for that check presentation. You want to flip that over for us and show us how much you were able to raise? $27,000 from Glebe Collegiate. Volunteers, thank you so much. Patricia.
Such a great high school. Happens to be where I went to school. Yeah, love that. What you probably can't see all the time sometimes here behind the scenes, lots of people waving to each other. We have a little fan club over here. You've got people waving to you sometimes. Who's here with you today?
My papa and one of his friends.
Okay, and your papa actually drove you here?
Yeah.
Yeah, and your grandparents are pretty good to you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course they are. I mean, our grandparents are very special people in our lives, and there is a message going out there to all the grandparents or the friends of grandparents maybe that it's that generation that really has to think about the families that are using and needing Chiyo right now, right, Kevin?
Right. When I think about Chiyo, I really think it is one generation taking care of the next. And I think when you look at the telethon and all the things we do to support Chiyo, that's really what it's all about. So we've seen, parades of kids coming in from different schools, kids coming in donating birthday money. So the young kids are making an enormous contribution to what we're able to do at Chiyo, but really we're looking to the older generation, right? And it is the parents and grandparents. Maybe your kids are older now, or your grandparents, or maybe you never had kids of your own. But we need the community, one generation, to be taking care of the next. It's always been what Chiyo's all about, and I know today is going to be another great reflection of that.
I did a story earlier this year with 3 women who were all grandmothers who were in volunteering at Chiyo, and I thought, that'd be an interesting little second career choice, and come in a couple of days a week and see your friends and be in just the most vibrant, wonderful hospital we've got going. Well, glaucoma, we're going to turn the tables a little bit now. Glaucoma is the world's leading cause of irreversible blindness. 1 in 10,000 infants develop congenital glaucoma, but at Chiyo's new world-class eye clinic, the prognosis, thankfully, is no longer so dark. It's a first look at this new eye clinic for 7-year-old Delphine. but she already loves it here.
Wow. Hey, Mom, my glasses are kind of like Dr. O'Connor's glasses.
It's easy to see why.
He actually looks good with the glasses, hey? When you get your new ones, you can give him those.
He makes it not scary, and he's really nice.
For all of her 7 years, his eyes have been focused on what's best for hers. Cataracts discovered just after birth, Delphine had the first of several surgeries at 10 days old.
Handing your baby off to a surgical team at 10 days old is pretty crazy, but again, they made us feel amazing.
Then came a diagnosis of glaucoma.
Glaucoma is a disease of the nerve that takes information from your eye to your brain, usually associated with high pressure. A couple of decades ago, having the problem that she'd had, she probably would never have had the outcome that she has now.
She could have been blind at this age.
Absolutely.
But new, more aggressive treatment, a pump to regulate pressure behind one eye, medicated drops for the other, and Delphine has her sight.
Good job.
Her eyes aren't perfect.
I can see big things, but not like small things.
But they are beautiful.
This one's green and that one's blue. Oh yes, this.
And helping her not just meet goals,
Is she like a frog?
but exceed them.
She loves school. She's doing excellent at school.
I feel like I'm driving a motorcycle.
You don't have a license yet, I don't think, right?
Not now, but maybe one day.
The ideal is to get to a level where the patient can function normally in society. So obviously driving is an important part of that. Can you see well enough to use a computer?
This $3 million eye clinic renovation means more children can be helped all in one space. Chiyo no longer forced to refer some kids to the general. In these beautiful new digs, it is now...
I've been working on this.
Lights.
CNT.
CNT, awesome. Kind of like CTV.
Yeah.
Camera.
ATNUL.
Amazing.
Reaction.
It's just really fun. It's less clinical. I think the children will just have an even better time here.
I think we have the nicest space of any pediatric eye care facility that I've seen in the country. It's definitely world class. Give you the fuzzy Dr. O'Connor bear there. There you go.
Yep.
Thank you to the following for making the Chiyo Telethon possible.
The Marriott Group joins us now. Joanne, Marriott has had a long history of supporting Chiyo. Talk to us about how long you've been involved with this.
Yes, we've definitely been involved for the past 30 years and counting. Yes. And that's a great relationship to continue. We're very proud of that.
Yes, absolutely. And we're very proud to have you supporting Chiyo year after year. Shadi, let's talk about some of the events that were held at the Westin to help raise money this year.
Yeah, absolutely. Two major events that we've been running for the past year, the Bike Westin program and the Skate Westin program, taking advantage of our location right across from the Rideau Canal.
Beautiful spot.
Yeah, so guests and associates participate, and our guests, we charge them $10 for bike rentals and $5 for skate rentals, and all the proceeds go to Chiyo.
Fantastic, and people are getting active and supporting a great cause. Let's flip that check over and see how much money you brought for us out here today. Amazing. $50,132 courtesy of the Marriott Group. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. Incredible. We're now going to send things over to Annette.
Trisha, there are 4 moms here that I just have to recognize because all 4 of these moms have become friends because all 4 of these moms have had a child go through open heart surgery at Chiyo, something moms and dads don't ever want to have to experience, but these mothers have. They're holding up pictures of their beautiful children today. And Melanie, let's talk a little bit about your son who experienced open heart surgery.
Well, he had open heart surgery when he was 3 years old. He was diagnosed. We actually brought him to the ER because he was sick, and it was the doctor in the ER that noticed that he had something wrong with his heart. And then we were seen, and he was diagnosed, and he had surgery when he was 3 years old, and he's going to be monitored for the rest of his life. But now he's graduating Chiyo.
So you're forever grateful to what Chiyo's done.
I'm forever grateful for Chiyo. Yeah. So yes.
Our Chiyo hospital is so important in this community. There's no greater reason than to call than what you see right here, these 4 moms and the pictures of their children. So call and please donate. Their phones are ready to take your call. Jeff.
Thank you very much, Annette. And old friend of mine, Jen Pritchard, is here, and you've been volunteering at the Telethon for how many years now?
4 years now. This is my 4th year.
Oh, that's so cool. Thank you so much for being here. Now, if we could make that phone ring for her, please. It's 613-738-1450. Connie and Diane Regimbald. Connie, good day to you, and welcome back. How many years for you?
About 30 years.
Only 30? Come on, only 30. And then Mom, Diane, you've been here since the very beginning, right?
Very beginning, yes.
Back when this thing ran like for 17 days or whatever it was, you actually brought sleeping bags and everything, right?
Yes, because we're at CJOH, so I'd be sleeping on the background because my mom had to drive me to work in the next morning because we lived in a small town out of Ottawa. So I'd sleep on the back, and every so often I'd pick up the phone because we were there from 12 to 6 a.m.
I love that. And that's the kind of traditions that are made every year around the Chiyo Telethon. Make it a tradition for you, too. 613-738-1450. Tricia has done that, too.
I certainly have. Thanks, Jeff. Rain Lawyer, the mastermind behind Rain Bands, joins us now. First, before we get to how you raised money for Chiyo, tell us a little bit more about Rain Bands. This is pretty cool.
Rain Bands is, well, I make custom medical alert bracelets and allergy. And yeah, I also make keychains with that too.
And I've had an opportunity to see the things that you have created, and you're fantastic. Okay, so tell us how you raised the money for Chiyo this year.
I donated 10% of all my sales to Chiyo, and yeah.
And you're feeling pretty good, and I'm feeling good, and I bet you everyone else is going to feel good once you flip that check over. Show us how much you were able to raise for Chiyo from the sale of those amazing bracelets. We're ready for it. Flip that over. $1,100. Amazing. And don't you just love hearing that applause?
Yeah, I love it.
Thank you so much for your support, Rain. We're going to send things over to you, Patricia.
A sweet sound of applause for the best kind of efforts out there. We love that too here with Katie and Kevin Cohan, the president of the Chiyo Foundation. And we were just watching that piece a few minutes ago on that new ophthalmology clinic that opened just a short time ago. And it's an amazing space. Delphine was featured in that story. What a sweetheart she was. The doctors in there are incredible. And donor dollars went to making sure that kind of a space was available, so kids didn't have to be sent sometimes to the general for some of their eye tests, but they could go to this great space designed just for them.
Right. So all of the capital, the refurbishing of the room, all the equipment that went into it, 100% paid for by the donors that we have. So again, and that's one of 17 outpatient clinics that Chiyo has, offering 57 different specialized programs. All of those clinics, all of them, each and every one of them benefit from community support. So it doesn't matter what your child or any child in the community is coming to Chiyo for, they are being impacted by the donations that are coming in today, that come in through special events, that come in through our corporate donors. All of our donor community is making a difference across the whole spectrum of care.
Because we think whatever we do, it's still going to be somewhat of a miserable experience going to hospital, and sometimes it is. It has to be. Delphine loved going to her appointments at Chiyo,
I have to give one shout out without a name, but there's one donor in particular who will not be named, but when they watch that ophthalmology clinic, I hope they're feeling very, very proud today.
Nice. We like to hear that those people are out there. That's so awesome. So sometimes you have to go to hospital. Maybe you don't want to be there, but everyone here is working to make it the best possible experience. It's still not as great as being at home. And when you're at home, Katie, who are the little guys that you are, maybe not so little guys that you get to hang out with sometimes?
My two dogs, Max and Brutus.
Max and Brutus. And one is a Rottweiler mix, did you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the other one you're not too sure.
Yeah.
They're big guys, though?
Yeah.
Yeah. And what do you like about them? You said they're smart, but they're not smart. They're kind of, it depends on what they're doing, right?
Like, Brutus, he's smart enough to, like, open up the lid to a toilet or, like, open up a trash can.
Yeah.
But, like, if you're standing in one spot and there's, like, room on one side and then there's, like, a tiny bit of room on this side, you'll try to squeeze through on the small side. And then Max, he is smart enough to, like, open up a door all the way if it's, like, open a little, and then he'll run out the door.
Okay.
And they're also very playful. My dog Max, he's like 6. He will run around and he'll like play with tennis balls and stuff. And my dog Brutus, he's 10 and he still plays around. He still plays around and runs like he's a little puppy.
Oh, so nice. We want to get kids home with their dogs, with their friends, with their siblings, doing what kids should be doing. Your donation can help make that happen. 613-738-1450.
Every child deserves hope and healing, specialized care. 170 hospitals, 14 in Canada. There's one near you. They all need your support. Children's Miracle Network, helping local kids.
Walmart has been a proud supporter of Chiyo for 25 years, and they have quite the check presentation for us this afternoon. And we'll get to that in just a minute. But Scott, first we want to talk about what took place this year in order to raise this money. Don't give the number away yet till we flip the check over. But what'd you guys do?
Basically, it's just involving our customers, our associates, having a lot of fun. All of our stores in both markets 21 and 22 really worked hard to create some excitement within the customers, different events and stuff like that. And basically, that's how we got to this number.
So it's a lot of fun for the staff. And then do you find that customers get in the spirit of things as well?
We couldn't do this without the customers. They are very much a part of all this.
Yeah, and we love that. We love to see the community come together to help raise money for such an important cause. Okay, we want to get to this check presentation now. We're going to have you flip it over, and I want you to give us that amazing amount.
$803,012.
Incredible. Okay, that's got to be a phenomenal feeling to know that all of these efforts were able to raise this amount of money.
It is. It's incredible. Every year we try to surpass ourselves. Again, we're gonna do more next year, and it's so important for the kids and for Chiyo.
Well, we absolutely appreciate your support, and thank you so much for coming in this afternoon. Annette.
Trisha, I'm here now with Jaja and Dee, affectionately known to their granddaughter, also known as Dennis and Kathy. And your granddaughter has spent some time at Chiyo, hasn't she?
She has. Chiyo saved her life. This was our little baby when she was born. She was seizing and had lesions on her brain. So she was in the NICU for almost 2 weeks. They did save her life, indeed. And we're very blessed to be in this community that we have Chiyo. So it does make the difference in the life of a child. This is her now. I don't know if you can see her, but she's perfect and beautiful, and we're so grateful. The NICU still follows her, and they'll follow her until she's 4. And they're taking great care of her. She's just in great shape.
You want other grandparents like yourself to have this kind of a good outcome and a good story, so we need people to call, don't we?
Yes, please call the phones. Let's hear them all ring. We need some more support right now. And yes, all grandparents, call.
All right, that's a good challenge. Let's get all the grandparents out there who have grandchildren that they know in a moment's notice could need Chiyo. So call, because Dennis and Kathy's phones are not ringing. We want to see them ringing right now. Thank you so much, Jeff.
Thank you very much, Annette. Another challenge up for grabs here. Chesterfield and District Lions Club want to challenge other Lions clubs to beat or meet their donation of $2,415. Let's give that a shot, please. And say hello to Cindy Resnick, who wants to talk about a special program that you're a part of.
Thank you. Well, about 2.5 years ago, a friend of mine and I were volunteering at the STEPS program. It's called it's a Children's Mental Health Day Treatment Program that's run by Chiyo. And we heard that about half the kids weren't coming without a lunch or a nutritious lunch. So we partnered with a great organization called Soup Sisters. Once a week, we have a delicious, nutritious soup lunch, and once a week we have a bagel lunch provided by Kettleman's and our other partners, Farm Boy, and lunches are provided twice a week throughout the school year. And we thank all driven by donor dollars, and we thank Chiyo for their support also.
That's amazing. And if you want to make a donation as well, 613-738-1450. That's the number to call as I make my way back to the co-host here today. Well done.
Well, thank you.
Well, I think the two of you have passed the audition, and we would love to have both of you back again at our next gathering.
Okay.
Thank you. My
enough.
pleasure.
We've been invited back to the party. That's always a good sign.
That is a good sign.
It's a very good sign. Terrific guests, and bring that same spirit again next year. We'd be most happy to have you at the party.
Indeed,
Thank you very much, Jeff and Annette.
You guys are always great. Thank you so much. It's amazing how quickly the hour goes by here on the Cheo Telethon, even when it's gorgeous outside. We are seeing that nice weather arrive finally, which means asthma season for a lot of kids out there. We talked about the ophthalmology clinic, Kevin, that was funded by donor dollars. There's a lot of work being done in asthma as well.
Right. So again, if people want to understand the difference that community dollars make, there is a fully funded program, asthma program at Chiyo that has been developed with the assistance of donors that has now reduced readmission rates for kids by 50% in the first year. The savings that are coming from that, it's incredible. Not only is it better for the kids and families, it's also going to save the system a lot of money.
Yeah, we love to hear that. It all works out beautifully in the end. So great. And Katie, it has been wonderful having you here for this hour. Your first telethon was good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you wanted to say a little shout out to the teacher that you had when you first got sick, right?
Yeah.
And what was her name?
Miss Schultz.
And what was so great about Miss Schultz?
She helped me go through cancer and everything.
Yeah, and she was looking out for you, and you felt like you had someone who was on your side in the classroom.
Yeah.
So you had the great people at Chiyo, you had your wonderful family, you had your friends, and you even had teachers pulling for you.
Yeah.
And now you're doing wonderfully 2 years after ringing that bell, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So good. All right, well, this is the time of the hour that we love when we get to check the update on the board. So I'm going to ask Katie if she can do a little countdown for us so we can check our total over here to our left. So are you able to do a little countdown?
Yeah.
Here we go.
3, 2, 1.
1. All right.
Wow.
Beautiful. $1,788,512. And we thank you so much. Your donations coming in online and by calling 613-738-1450, making that happen. We are here right through until 7 o'clock, so lots of time for you to pick up the phone and be part of the biggest and best community effort that this City of Ottawa puts on every year, and extended communities around it as well. Well, right now we're going to tell you about Xander's story. And for children with significant heart problems, the Chiyo team will often need to do multiple surgeries as the children grow and develop. And some of those surgeries are more invasive than others. Xander Zatilny is one of those kids. And while he was excited to be back playing sports, the length of time in the operating room was excruciating, of course, for his parents.
It's the waiting. The excruciating wait while surgeons operate on their son's heart to save him.
We're just in a good place. There's a plan, and it just needs to be executed. And we have all the faith in the world. It's just hard. But he's a trooper.
Chiyo performs up to 120 heart surgeries a year on children as young as a couple of hours old. Almost 1 in every 100 kids will be born with a congenital heart defect. 10-year-old Xander Zatilny's was significant.
Because if he looks down and he sees that scar, and that's a constant reminder of what he's been through, all of his scars on his body.
Xander has something called Truncus Arteriosus. He was born with 1 main blood vessel in his heart, not 2, and the heart could not function for long that way.
He would not survive beyond childhood if he was left the way he was when he was born. Within the first few months of life, he would have irreversible damage.
Basically, Xander's heart has to be extensively reconstructed.
The reality of that is there will be more surgeries. Do I think that he has a much better chance of getting there than, let's say, a kid who started this process 20 years ago? Yeah, absolutely, with all the advances that have come out.
In fact, advances needed to save Xander required donations from our very generous community. Equipment needed in the operating room is expensive, but with donor support, Chiyo can be on the cutting edge of pediatric medicine. It's imperative staff have access to the newest technologies and specialized equipment in the operating room.
That's Xander at 2.
Xander has had numerous surgeries starting as a baby, but he keeps outgrowing the repairs.
There's only so much you can do to stretch it, right? You can't buy size 12 shoes for a 1-year-old. So you put something in that's a little bit bigger than it needs to be for right now, but hopefully lasts a little bit longer. Good morning, everybody.
Hello, how are you?
How's everybody?
Xander was actually eager for this surgery.
Hi, Xander. How you doing?
Good.
So he could get back to hockey and start football.
Do you guys stop my heart? I'm feeling pumped. I'm just really excited to get it over with. I'm not scared because I trust the doctors at Cheo.
It's very emotional. I think any parent who has a child going in for surgery would tell you that it's a roller coaster of emotions. We knew it was coming, so this open heart surgery kind of has been hanging over our head for the last 2 years.
Dr. Maharaj taught me this fist pump. So it goes like this. 3, 2, 1.
Xander wants to be a football player and actor when he grows up. It might be in his genes. His dad and uncle both played in the CFL.
Easy go, little high, and my head's too low.
And his other uncle plays Freddie Mercury in a popular Queen cover band.
Hi everybody, see ya in a bit.
And so they wait.
If you know Xander, you would never know that there's anything wrong with him. So you live your life.
No surgery? Time to go to the surgery?
We will take good care of him.
Oh, yeah.
I got it.
All right, and we are here with the family of Xander. You are awesome in that story, and we were all waiting to see how it all turned out for you and how you're feeling now, and oh my gosh, you look amazing. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. I'm playing baseball and up and going.
This is kids, right? I think if I had surgery, was it in November you had the surgery?
November.
I'd probably still be lying in bed, yeah, hoping someone would wait on me. And you're playing competitive baseball?
Competitive baseball.
And you just had a tournament this weekend?
Yesterday.
Yesterday.
I came back from it.
Okay, how did that go?
It went a little tough. We lost two of our games, and yeah.
Okay.
It was fun though, really fun.
I'm glad you're not playing today because it's so hot out there.
Yeah.
You'd be sweating. Yeah, you need a lot of Gatorade. Obviously, it's toughest for the mums and dads. The kids are amazing in how they bounce up after these surgeries. We'd never believe it. But for you, going through it all the time, it has to be excruciating. And how do the people at Chiyo kind of help you get through that?
The people at Chiyo are amazing. When you have your child going through something like this, to have the support team that we do at Chiyo is unexplainable. They've become like family to us, and Xander's very high strung, and they know that. So if he's loud, they're like, well, it's just Xander, you know. Like, we've just become this family with them, and the Chiyo Foundation has become a second family for us, and to have it in our community is unbelievable. You know, if we had to have something done before, it was an 1.5-hour drive, and now that we live in Ottawa, it's 25 minutes. So it's unbelievable.
And to know that they're there. And when you say he's loud, you mean if he's singing Queen as he's being taken in for surgery, that kind of thing?
Yes.
You say you're not singing now for us, though. But you're a good singer, right? Yeah. You could. Yeah.
He plays Queen on the piano.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm taking piano lessons, and I want to thank my piano teacher for teaching me all the piano.
Love that. So you're a musician and you're an athlete. Do you get the athlete part from your dad?
Yeah.
His mom will say it's from her.
From her. A bit of a former athlete yourself, though?
Yes.
Yeah. And yet, none of that matters when you're sitting in a hospital waiting room hoping your child is okay, right?
It's some of the toughest moments that you go through as a parent, obviously. Some of the toughest things we've gone through in our lifetime. But like the moment you walk through the door to the moment your son's discharged, people go out of their way for you. It's a very, very special place.
And now when you get to go to a tournament and watch your son play ball and see how amazing he's doing, what does that feel like?
It's unbelievable. Yeah. Very rewarding.
And a lovely big brother to Charlie as well, right? No, okay, I tried to get her to say something nice about you. It's lovely to meet you all. Kimothy Walker did that story. She would have loved to be here to see you guys again, but we're going to let her know how well you're doing.
I want to say Hi to my class and hi to my baseball team, and just
thank
you for everything.
Absolutely. Well, it's a thank you in itself for them to see how well you're doing, so that's really nice of you. Pleasure to meet you all, and we're going to throw it back over to JJ, who's working hard for us on the other side.
Thank you, Patricia. Yeah, we love it. Thank you for everything. That's why we're here, huh? We have a great group here. I was telling you this great group of people about how we used to enjoy our time at the Marriott Hotel in Disney when we were working for Cheo. And Cheo's really not work. But you guys want to sponsor this miracle match, right?
Absolutely.
Sounds fabulous. And you do all kinds of wonderful things corporately. Like you donate rooms and you kind of go above and beyond for Cheo.
Absolutely. It's part of our DNA.
Yeah, it sure is part of your DNA, and we're glad to have you back once again. Let's do a miracle match. For how much? Flip that thing over there and see. Yo, $3,000 miracle match. Thank you, Marriott International. Now, I met, starting the clock, I met all of those folks already because all of them are on the phones working hard. So not only Marriott here doing this miracle match right here, and have been a partner since 1994, but they have their employees here on the most perfect Sunday afternoon we have had so far all year. Thank you, it's about time. And here they are donating their time on a beautiful day for the Children's Hospital of Eastern Ontario. And this is not our longest telethon by any stretch of the imagination. We're down at 7 o'clock tonight, and when we are, miracle matches are done, the program is over, and we'll say thank you so much at the end because we are grateful for your support, as always, because it means so much to us and the kids of Eastern Ontario and Western Quebec and their moms and dads in Baffin Island. Let's go up to Frobe, now Iqaluit, and throughout the north. Chiyo just affects so many lives, touches so many people, and aren't we so glad to have the Children's Hospital of Eastern Ontario right there when we need Chiyo. Chiyo's been there so many years, so many wonderful stories, some sad stories. It's our community hospital for our kids, and we ask for your support, not every day, although Chiyo's here every day. We just ask for your support one day out of the whole year on this spectacular sunny Sunday afternoon so that Chiyo can continue to do what they do 365 days a year for the kids. Here's the number, 613-738-1450. 613-738-1450. What you do is you call. A $25 donation will be matched by the Marriott Hotel Group International, and that means that your $25 donation becomes a $50 donation. $125, that's $250 going to Chiyo because you were good enough to take the time to call during a miracle match. So pretty good deal all around, and still 30 seconds to take part. Marriott International miracle match for the Children's Hospital of Eastern Ontario and Western Quebec, and we want to make sure every telephone is on. Ring, ring, ring. Front row's going good. Great time to participate. Our telephone number, once again, 613-738-1450. Thank you so much, Marriott International. Thank you for making a miracle happen right here this afternoon. We appreciate it. Back to the desk.
Monthly giving is one of the easiest ways to make a difference for the kids at Chiyo. Use your credit or Visa debit card. Call now to become a hero for Chiyo by becoming a monthly donor. Non possible. This portion of the Chiyo Telethon